Guys, welcome to the channel. Without fucking let's go to more videos, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave a like. Zack Martin's legendary Cowboys career could end in the saddest way possible. The Dallas Cowboys have played host to some of the greatest players in individual history, and guard Zack Martin is firmly in that tier. You can count on one hand the number of guards in league history who are better than the former 2014 first-rounder. Martin has tried his best to keep the Dallas offense competitive in what has become a nightmarish 2024 season, but even his best efforts are starting to fall by the wayside. After suffering an ankle injury earlier in the season, Martin officially called time on what could be his last season as a Cowboy. Martin will miss the remainder of the 2024 season with an ankle injury. The fact he is 34 years old, taking a slight step back in his overall quality as a blocker, and on a Cowboys team that may not have the financial resources to bring him back could lead to 2024 being Martin's swan song in Dallas. Cowboys guard Zack Martin out for 2024 season with ankle injury. Martin, who will get a gold jacket in Canton at the end of his career, has made 9 Pro Bowls and 9 All-Pro teams, 7 first-team nods, in his career. The only time he did not receive either of those honors was the 2020 season, where he played in just 10 games. Despite his age, 34, and a slight decline in production, Martin has once again been one of the best guards in the NFC. With the Cowboys struggling as a result of the Tyler Guyton left tackle transition and more injuries up front, Martin has remained one of the few constants in what has quickly become a wretched season. The Cowboys will need to make some cost-cutting moves in order to account for Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb's huge contracts, and also save money for Micah Parsons' big deal. With Martin on the back nine of his career, he could end up being a casualty of this cost-cutting strategy. Martin's time in Dallas coming to a close via injury on a lousy team with Cooper Rush as the starting quarterback is not befitting someone of his legendary status. If this is the end for Martin in Dallas, he left fans with a lifetime of dominant memories to hold on to. It is a shame his greatness wasn't rewarded with a Lombardi trophy. If this is, in fact, the end of Martin's playing career, he'll have a spot reserved in Canton once he becomes Hall of Fame eligible. Cowboys CeeDee Lamb shares eye-opening admission amid career worst stat. It's been an extremely rough season for the Dallas Cowboys, who are all but assured of missing the postseason barring a late-season miracle, and who have already lost quarterback Dak Prescott for the rest of the year with a devastating hamstring injury. And just as concerning is the play of CeeDee Lamb, who has 9 dropped passes, the most of his career aside from his first campaign. Admittedly, it's not a good feeling to have, as he explained. It's not a pleasant feeling, Lamb said via Josh Tolentino of Lone Star Live. Everyone who has experienced an AC sprain, they understand what I'm going through. With that, it's finite. It's day to day. You have to stay on it, keep recovering. Even when it starts feeling good, you've got to keep recovering. With that, it's tricky. But it ain't nothing I haven't dealt with before. Cowboys wide receiver CeeDee Lamb will be ready to go on Monday. Despite missing practice on Thursday, Lamb said that he'll be ready to play on Monday when the Bengals come to AT&T Stadium. As far as Monday goes, I'll be fine, Lamb said. I still have the shoulder injury, it's complicated right now. But it's about being a baller and going out there and sacrificing yourself, putting yourself out there for your guys. That's what I'm doing. Despite his struggles, Lamb knows that he simply has to push through them. I've got to go out there and play my game regardless, he said. That's what makes the game as exciting as it is. You've got 2 great players on the offensive side of the ball looking to make plays at any point and go score touchdowns. Talks heat up linking Deion Sanders to Dallas Cowboys coaching job. The speculation about Deion Sanders potentially leaving his post at Colorado to coach in the NFL took an interesting turn recently when Rex Ryan chimed in with his thoughts. Speaking on ESPN's Get Up, Ryan didn't hold back his belief that Sanders could be a real candidate to take the reins of the Dallas Cowboys if the job becomes available. Deion Sanders may be in play here, Ryan said. They need something. They need to have somebody that has the pride in that organization. Being a Dallas Cowboy, the pride you take in it, and by the way, Deion everywhere he's been has been kicking you know what. It's a bold statement, but Ryan's comments are rooted in some undeniable truths. Sanders is already a legend in Dallas, not just for his Hall of Fame playing career, but for the swagger and electricity he brought to the Cowboys during their glory years. That kind of larger-than-life personality could be exactly what Jerry Jones is looking for if the team decides to part ways with its current head coach. While Sanders has repeatedly stated that he plans to stay at Colorado, his impact in Boulder has naturally made him a hot commodity. He turned a struggling program into a team that can compete on the national stage, all while attracting massive attention to college football. If Sanders can revamp Colorado's football program so quickly, imagine what he could do for America's team. However, even as talks are heating up, Sanders is continuing to cool them back down. FS1 analyst Joel Klatt revealed a recent conversation in which Sanders explained why he's not interested in the NFL. "I don't feel like I would be fulfilling my calling and my purpose if I was there," Sanders reportedly told Klatt. "My calling is to impact young men and be a mentor to young men. I happen to do that through coaching. And I feel like I can do that better at the college level than I could with a bunch of professionals that might listen to me and might not." Still, Ryan's point about Sanders' ties to the Cowboys can't be ignored. Sanders won a Super Bowl with Dallas and remains one of the team's most iconic figures. His ability to bring pride and a winning mentality to an organization matches what Ryan believes the Cowboys need right now. Whether Sanders entertains the idea of coaching in the NFL or sticks to his stated commitment to Colorado remains to be seen. For now, he's focused on building the Buffaloes into a long-term powerhouse. But as long as his name keeps coming up in discussions about the Cowboys, it's a storyline that's hard to ignore. And you fans? What did you think of this news? Leave your opinion in the comments.